Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here, this time reviewing on issue 1 of the Batman Dark tie-in comic. Now as you know, Batman Dark Tomorrow was a game from 2003 and originally was going to be released on the PS2. That never happened, but was also released on GameCube and Xbox, and because of it being a poor game, it has been poorly received and shown on YouTube multiple times by big time YouTubers and pointing out its terrible controls and all that. The best way I can sum up Batman Dark Tomorrow is like a prototype of the Arkham Asylum games, and also this comic, as well as part 2, are meant to be like these tie-in comics, which are special collector's editions. So let's get on with the story. It starts off with Batman being tied up in the sewers of Gotham that have become a tropical paradise, with Ivy saying, "You don't call, you don't write." Then you just show up and expect action? Well, you came to the right place. And we kind of see Batman headbutt an Ivy, and Ivy planning to kill off Batman, but Batman uses his quick thinking, takes out Ivy, and ties her up. And of course, we see how Oracle sends Batman the word that the park keepers that Ivy had poisoned will make a good recovery, but they both know that not all of them would be able to be saved. And we see how in Arkham Asylum, we see how Dr. Arkham meets up with Poison Ivy, saying, "Would you gentlemen be so kind as to escort our guest with her accommodations? And if she so much as twitches, sedate her. Took you long enough to bring her back this time, Batman." "If you hadn't allowed her to escape again, Dr. Arkham, I wouldn't have had to. You know what it's like in here? We're lucky if we can keep the same employees for 6 months. And yeah, we kind of see how both Batman and even Arkham debate things. But we see how Batman meets up with Gordon, and just as they're about to talk about, Scarface as well as Black Mask, Montoya shows up to talk about Killer Croc, and we kind of see how Scarface meets with the demands of Black Mask, but we even see how Ventriloquist tries to get him to calm down, and we even see Black Mask saying, "His lack of respect is appalling, but he will be shown the error of his ways." And even gets the group of his False Face Society to get ready for action. And we see how as Batman is journeying it out on the Batmobile, he remembers his parents' death, what happened, and the promise he made not to let the same things happen to others that happened to him. But of course, we see how he makes it to the factory near the docks, and even sees that the machinery have been turned on, and this is Killer Croc wanting to kind of get Batman in the opening, and after trying to help a security guard, we see how Batman gets pummeled down by Killer Croc, and ending the story with him holding Batman with his catch of the day. And this is the story. So, I think the first issue of Batman Dark Tomorrow is basic, but it's one of those tie-in comics that knows it has to be something short and sweet to get people to get the next issue to know what's going to be happening for the game. And like I say, Dark Tomorrow walked where the Arkham games had to run, and the Arkham games had to fix things over Dark Tomorrow due to so many bugs and problems and even issues the game didn't want to admit were going to come crashing down. So I think this one definitely deserves a thumbs in the middle. Okay story, nothing great, just a basic story, nothing more. So, Comic Book Reviewer here, signing out.